Hello, I'm Dwight Norris, and today we're going to be reviewing the Lunkerhunt Pocket Frog. Stay tuned. I've been doing a lot of frog lure reviews lately, and the Lunkerhunt Pocket Frog is a little bit different than most of them. Let's take a closer look here. As you can see here, it's ICAST winner, premium fishing products from these people. I have a few, explanations of what you should do. Retrieve, pause, very simple. And also has it in Spanish and some other instructions. But you'll see this when you actually use it. For the most, intense purposes, it's a very lifelike frog. I mean, take a look at it. It actually has the legs attached to it, and when you see it move, the legs will actually jerk out just like a frog, not those little teaser tails or little rubber dangly thingies, or sometimes frogs don't even have anything, but an actual frog that moves like a frog, that almost feels like a frog. It's not slimy, but colors on. It's like a 3D whatever model of it, made on one of those weird machines. But if it tricks me, can it trick a bass? And this is the mini version, so I want any bass to bite this thing. That's what I was thinking. Ultralight gear, hit the lily pads, hit the shallow points, structures, logs, under a pier, anything cool like that. So what's so cool about this anyway? Well, Lunkerhunt has a whole line of stuff. They have a version of this. Not just pocket frogs. They have different colors, and I haven't tried them all. This is the first one I've got, and I've seen online over and over again that these are really cool. So if you want to look at the underbelly, it's yellow, just like my Sebile Pivot Frog, which I really still miss, and I'm going to replace them. I just learned that it is $8. It's an $8 frog where I'm like, hurts to lose those things, but man, that bite might be worth it. So we're gonna get straight to it. Not too much instructions with specifications, what this is all about. We're gonna go out there and get the fishing because this is lunchtime and we need to get going. So let's check it. So we've got the Lunkerhunt Pocket Frog going here. Here it is, out of the box. Take a quick look at it. As you see, it's tiny, but look at the legs on here. Wish you could get one of those cameras on the line and kind of follow the lure as it goes, or I have like a professional video team. But the water looks kind of low right now. I'm wondering I might have to cast all the way out to the edge. This is where I am. I'm gonna take the advice of one of the viewers has been looking at my frog lures, and when I see that boil or I jump the bass going after the frog, give them a couple seconds, maybe two, maybe three, and then lower your rod tip and then do a strong hook set. Lately, I've been reacting like floosh, and I freak out and I hook it, and the fish is, it only has the frog halfway in its mouth. Maybe it gets hooked like the Sebile, maybe it doesn't. Okay, the first thing I want to say is I just got hung on the first log I ran into. That was not cool. But the wind is pulling it, and the legs are kicking by themselves. When I retrieve it a little bit, it's kind of like it's a swimming frog. You see it in the middle of this pool right here. If you can zoom in on the video, I think that might be. It looks like a frog swimming. Very realistic, but it rolls on. It rolls on its back. It's not weighted to the bottom very heavily. Maybe that's an addition they could make. Maybe it's because it's light. Maybe because of the shape. Maybe because it's too dense of a lily pad structure here, which isn't a part of the problem. It just means it's part of creation of this thing. They thought more about how it looks. Maybe one of the functions, which does greatly, but the other functions of staying on its stomach, which it does once it hits the water. It slowly rolls back to its stomach. But getting caught on leaves, getting caught on the lily pads is definitely a problem right now. Apparently, I have a little bit of a loose line on my reel. I'm gonna try to get that out. There we go. I probably had when I jerked it off that one lily pad. So I'm out in open water right now, getting close to the edge of the lily pads, which the wind is just blowing me right into. I can see the yellow belly, so it's upside down. It falls into a little there's like really dense lily pads, and you see like maybe a 5 inch across, 6 inch across space in between a set of lily pads. When it drops in there, just leave it for a second. Give it a little wiggle. It's got to wiggle its way out. You might get a bass bite like right there. I don't know of any bass, maybe a snakehead or something, that will know that the lure is on top of the lily pad and just eat the whole lily pad. So don't expect that. It's as soon as it comes off or tries to get back on. So look and aim for those little holes. I'm in a hole right now. So I keep my eyes peeled, but this is a green frog. I might lose track of it. If there's any kind of sudden movements under the water. Boom, come on. Oh, that was a nice hole there. Bass could have ate that. We're still inspecting. If you notice, I'm working this really slow. I'm not like, this ain't no crankbait, y'all. This is a frog fishing. You gotta work it across each lily pad and each gap. The wind is actually blowing my pocket frog on its back while it's on top of the lily pad. I don't like that, which makes the hook get a little snagged on the lily pad. So, I'm not liking that part. Now it's staying on its back until I reach the water. That's the difference in the weight. So, I don't like that part of it. The holes I was fishing in last time have gotten smaller. There's more lily pads here than there were originally. Ooh, I just threw that right in a hole. I'm gonna let it sit there for a second. Expecting 1 pound bass try to destroy this thing goes there. Full of energy, pep, but every time I come here, at least once within 20 minutes, something gives me a little action. Makes me feel like, hey, it's worth taking my time here and doing some intricate frog fishing. It's so much fun when something hits the top water. It's not like a crankbait bite or a jerkbait bite or a worm bite, jig, chatterbait, none of those. It's very close to, a little stick bait or something. Oh, that looks, I wish I could just zoom in with my eyeball. It looks just like a frog sitting on a lily pad. I didn't know any better. That's what it was. I'm still dreaming of seeing my Sebile Pivot Frog just sitting there floating, and I will 100% jump in the water again. Actually, I should just get online and pay $8 to get all the varieties. I'm a little wary of how shallow this water is. I see the log I got hung on that cut my line last time. Yeah, I was never going to get off that thing. I should let it do its thing and get itself off. Come on. I was over at a place called Horn Pond in Woburn, Massachusetts, and there was no lily pads around, and I threw my frog. I think it was KVD. No, it wasn't a KVD sexy frog. It was the one I had found on the Concord River, in Concord, Massachusetts. I threw it right on the shoreline, and must have been 6 inches off the shoreline, and as soon as it hit the water, sploosh! Bass jumped out the water like crazy. I was like, holy smogoli. Fish do bite these things. It's not just a TV thing. I can fish like Bill Dance. It's possible. I just need to take a lot more time. I need to do what he says, which is slow down, and then slow down some more, and then slow down some more. So it's always about mimicking the actual fish and also giving the fish enough time to find it, investigate it, think about whether they want to expend the energy to eat it or not, and then to take action. And that doesn't take like a quarter of a second. They're not going to come from 20 feet away and just sprint toward your frog because they saw a splash in the water. Summertime, it's hot. They're looking for oxygen. They need water that's moving or they need vegetation. And I'm going to do something that I wasn't planning on doing. I'm going to move to a different spot and see if there isn't somewhere else where I can hit some new fish. So let's do that. As I walk to a new spot, I want to alert you that when you're fishing, it's summertime, you want to make sure that you're looking for places that have oxygen happening. There's rivers going to other rivers, streams going to rivers. You have heavy vegetation, grass beds or lily pads, or you're getting near a sharp drop off, which leads to deeper water. And deeper water holds more oxygen. So that's why they're always talking about, working those drops, working those points where it goes from high to low really quickly, and the bass will sit right on that ledge or right under that ledge and just wait for a fish, the bait fish, to actually come at it. So I don't know if this looks like the right spot. Take a look. So we're here at a spot. There's a fallen down tree. If you look right here, it's like ginormous. Ginormous. Actually, let's take a look here. Look at this tree. As you see, it's blocking some of my nice grassy area. A lily pad area. So I'm gonna have to cast over here near this log and lily pad. And there's three things. One, there's overhanging trees. There's a log in the water right there. And there's also a lily pad section after it. So yeah, I could get snagged. But might be a bass in there. So I'm gonna get all up in it. Should I cast it a little further? This pocket frog is so light. Underhand casting is kind of tough in low hanging areas. It also didn't help that my frog's upside down when it reaches the hole. I'm going to give this pocket frog a couple of ranks down for not staying on the right side of right. I was expecting some atrocious bites here. Kaboom! Like, lots of fun. But if I do get a bite, it's going to get me all tangled up in this log. I'm going to take it a little better this time. I'm going to take my time, get my hook set right, let the fish work itself out, and land myself a big mouth bass. That's some people say. All right. Don't see anything movements of fish. I'm going to do a side cast. Actually worked better. Come on. Oh, there's something hiding under there. Lily, even a bluegill will come after this thing, or a gigantic crappie. That would be very interesting. 3-pound crappie, state record. Oh, there's a bluegill right under it. Tells me there's not a bass there. 2 bluegills. Okay. Overabundance of bluegills. What does that tell me? Maybe it's not the spot. Bass will be either right on the outside or somewhere where I can't cast right now. So I'm going to take another spot. So this is going to be my last spot of the day. As you can see, there's some lily pads in that direction. There ain't no lily pads in that direction. I got enough space to throw it sideways along here with the Lunkerhunt pocket frog. And we're going to see if we can't coerce a fight. The water is actually a little deeper here. We're getting closer to Boston. I only walked like 100 yards or so from where I was originally. And now we're getting to the Newton um, yacht clubs, and that's where the deeper drop off is. So it's easier access to deeper water, which is only like 8 feet right here, but it's better than where it is right here. So let's see what happens. And then after that, I'll wrap this puppy up. Not great, but not bad. Upside down. As you can see, you see that yellow belly? It's yellow. Upside down. Damn it. Come on, man. Pocket frog. Oh, there you go. Give it a little jerk, or like 5 jerks. It finally rights itself. Not good. Not a good sign. Should be much eat for the cooking grass. See if I can do a better cast. Very tight spot. Ah, perfect. Please be right side up. Upside down. Like it wants to go upside down. Note that. Now it righted itself once I hit the leaf. Will it float? Like, oh, I'm a stranded little baby frog. Please help me. Don't eat me. I just need to hit the shoreline. Magically, a bass appears. Engulfs this thing whole. Oh, really? Oh, that is poison ivy. All right.
You're okay.
I'll make sure I avoid it on the way off. Thank you. So apparently I'm standing in poison ivy. This should be very fun since I already twisted my ankle and I can barely walk down here. Now I'm going to be scratching myself for a foreseeable amount of time. Just not my day. Poison ivy. Yeah, I touched it a little bit when I tried to put the phone down there, and I saw the 3 leaves, and I thought, oh, it's kind of like poison ivy. I was like, maybe it's not. Maybe it is. It is. So I'm gonna do one more cast here because poison ivy is like almost rubbing up against me everywhere. There's nobody fishes right here. It's wide open. Looks like people fish here. They just don't care. I'm not wearing any socks. That ain't good. That ain't good. All right. Yeah, this is ain't working. So today, I'm gonna have to give a no for the Lunkerhunt pocket frogs. Lifelike looks cool. Looks cool. Look at that. At the spots on the side, there's a leaf stuck in there, but there's no weight added to the hook, so it's really hard to make it flip over. But you know, it looks lifelike. But the real big problem is it stays on its back when you cast it wrong. It's hard to right itself. It's really light, so you can't get it to where you need it to. It doesn't cut through the lily pads to keep it on track, and like a real fog will actually push the lily pads out. Right? This one kind of flips over and gets hung a little bit on the lily pad, and then you pull it off, and it flings like 3 feet, which is not what a frog does. So just not great. So I'm gonna make a blog post about this, be more in depth, and we'll have some more statements just like that, and we'll say, not a 5 out of 5 like the Sebile Pivot Frog, more like a 3. But if I caught a fish, I might give you an extra point, 3.5. But not sure if I'm going to get more of these pocket frogs. Maybe the bigger one. They show they have weight, but no. So, if anybody else has had luck with Lunkerhunt frogs in their neck of the woods, please comment down below. I would love to hear more. If you think I should be trying something different, something, I don't know, something different, please, I would love to hear it. I love criticism. Put it down below. I like to expand my knowledge and to get better as a fisherman every single time I get out and every single time I do anything, really. I'm always up in some kind of fishing stuff, trying to learn, trying to improve my knowledge base so I can help you, fisherman who doesn't have time to go fishing very often. And If you want to learn how to get more time to go fishing, you can go to the website, fishnetwork.com, and at the top you'll see a very fast, very easy, and very free 10-step process to go fishing at work PDF, which is available. No emails needed, no names. Just click the button, boom, straight to your computer. Don't even need to know who you are, or you won't even hear from me like all those people trying to get you to subscribe by giving you something for free. I'm just going to show you straight up, real quick, really easy in this 10-step process PDF. But if you need more information, if you need more tutelage, if you don't think your situation really constitutes being this easy, just getting out there and doing it, a mental block, then you can get my everyday fishing system where I go more in depth in video and audio and some other formats, and there's some other documents as well within that course, and you can get that for absolutely. I have a special going on for $4.99 right now, and I'm not sure if I put a link on it on fishnetwork.com, but if you go to the top and there's a quiz questionnaire thing, and if you say you need help pretty much for all the questions, it's going to lead you straight to that link, which will go to the sell page, and at the bottom you'll be like, oh my god, how much is it going to be? How much is it going to be? $4.99. Video. Lots of video. Like I think it's like 40 or so videos, and almost half of it is Q&A section, telling you how to deal with certain, issues. Talking to your wife, talking to your boss, talking to your children, dealing with things like getting out on the water with a boat, or finding time that's not, right now during lunch, maybe before lunch, or after lunch, or before work, or after work, or on the weekend, or whenever. There's so many things you can do to go fishing more often. So now that I've stretched the end of this video so far, make sure you go fishing today.